Alright. Okay, so we're going to be talking about HTML buttons today because buttons are very clickable and you'll get the clicks that you want to get if your buttons are clickable, you know? Like clickable as in like, hey, I really want to click that button because when I hover over it, it does something cool. Or it's an animated button and I think it's really cool and I want to click it and see what happens basically. Um, so you can generate a lot of interest just by having really cool buttons on your site. So I can show you how to make cool buttons for your site. So there are some button generators. There's the button factory down here. So we're going to check out this one first. Alright, so here we are to start for free. Um, However, you just say, hey, your call to action copy. So what do you want your button to say? Get your free download today. Something like that. Okay, so there you go. You can change the font to whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna pick this one here. Okay, and then let's see. Text shadow, yes. I like text shadow on my buttons, but I also like box shadows to make them pop. So, anyways, you get to see a border. You want to have a border on your button, like borders too, because it makes them pop. And then shadow, so you have a bit of a shadow. And let's move this. See if I can move this guy over here. Which can show you the other things here. Okay, see the orientation of the shadow. Okay, so there's a way you can generate it yourself by you can get it done by the button factory here. Get it, embed this. You can embed it's a link to the current button image. You can link it. Um, there is a way to link it. I can show you how to do that. Just a moment. So pretend this isn't here, okay? This part. We're gonna open this part here. I'm gonna open a new section. Alright, it's got a new section and we're just gonna play around with it for the sake of this video. I'm gonna move this over here so you can see what I'm doing. Boxed full width, like full width. I'm gonna leave the background alone because we're just gonna use this for HTML. So I'm gonna move it up a little bit so you can see this part because this is how you get all the elements to show up. And then you're gonna go to If you can't find it on here, you can just type it in here. HTML, right? Grab that. I have a bunch of junk in here. You won't have anything in yours. I just have a bunch of junk in mine because I was using it for something else and I kind of saved it as a something or other and broke it and didn't unsave it as whatever. Anyways, you put your code in here. So for an image is IMGSRC equals then quotation marks and then you close it. And the image tags are self-closing closing, not clothing. Okay, closing. Okay, image tags are self-closing, so you don't need an opening and closing tag for images. They're just image tags. So where it says SRC right in between these quotation marks right here, that's where you're going to add this. Okay, copy that. Then we're going to go back to here and we're going to put it right there. And that's how you get your button, okay? Image. But it's not a clickable button right now because it's just the image to the button, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to wrap the image tag in link tags. Link tags are A, href, href with an F, and you're going to do quotation marks again. However, when you're coding inside Elementor, it automatically closes for you, which is kind of nice, but sometimes you don't want the closing tag where they put the closing tag because it automatically closes. So you're just going to cut that over there and put that right there. And now, where you want your link to go, you just put the URL right there. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to put https semicolon slash slash oops slash slash www dot affiliate marketing frenzy.com. So now when I click on this button, it will go to that website, my website. And the reason why I'm showing you this is you can make any image clickable, okay? You just need the image source, okay? Where if it's from the button factory or wherever you're hosting your image. I suggest that you host your own images, and then when you go to your media file here, sorry about this. I need to move this guy down here. Alright, verify that I'm human. Alright, awesome. Okay, so when we're looking for like images on our own hosting, you'll copy the URL. Right now I'm in my media file, alright, or my media library inside my WordPress dashboard, my media file, why do I keep saying my media file? My media library. I'm getting a file out of my media library in my WordPress dashboard. So I would get the copy the URL, and then I would go back to here, and where it says SRC between the quotation marks, I would post that right there. And boom, that's the image from the URL that I copied from my media library. So I'm showing you how to use your media file URL codes to put them with image and wrap them in a link tag. So when I click this link, when I click this image, it goes to whatever link that I put right in there. So I'm telling you, this is very useful HTML for whatever types of things you want to use it for. You know, if you want to make your own buttons, um, that would be how to do it. And I'm going to show you another example of another button really quick. Another kind of HTML button that I prefer to use. I'll show you. Okay, this is the type of button that I use. I don't use the button tags, I just use the link tags and then I style the link tags. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this right here. And then I'm just going to show you how I turn this into a button. Okay, I gave this a class. So I put type btn. So btn stands for button. And then type of button, I just put whatever type I want, or whatever class I want. So I'm just going to use that for now. And then I'm going to go to advanced. And then I'm going to go down to down here. And then I'm going to use the same class. I'm going to put dot because it's a class type btn button, and then I'm going to say background. I'll just give it a navy background, right? So that happened right away, right? Then we're going to give it some padding. 12 pixels. See? Padding around the text. And then we are going to give it a margin too. So margin top. 12 pixels. Okay. Second. Well, I gave it some margin down here. It didn't work, so I added the margin in the layout here. I added it in here instead of down here because it wasn't working. What else did I do? I put a box shadow on the button. I changed the font weight to 600, which I usually do. And I changed the font color to white. So when you're adding a hover effect, all you do is you put a, a double, like a colon, a colon after the class name, no spaces, and hover right after that. And then the curly brackets, and then you can change the color of the background and do whatever hover effects you want in there. So when you hover over it, it changes the background color. And you can do all kinds of cool hover effects, and I'm going to be showing you some other stuff later on. But I'm just saying this as this is what I do. So this is how I add hover effects to buttons that I make myself using HTML and CSS. And the reason why I'm showing you this is that when you learn how to do it yourself in HTML, you can put your own links in, right? And by putting your own links in, I'm talking about your affiliate links, okay? Use your buttons for your affiliate links. So when they click on the button, they go right to your affiliate offer. No muss, no fuss. Just bada boom, bada bing. Okay, so that's why I'm showing you this. So have fun designing your own buttons. Use the button factory. You can make your own. You can do whatever you'd like. It's your button, right? So I'm just showing you a little trick that I use myself.